Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown here to talk about the PlayStation 5. Now, this is just my thoughts and my opinions on how the PlayStation 5 is right now and how people are reacting to the PlayStation 5 and how, in a way, the gaming, in a way, not the, well, I could say maybe the gaming business or the gaming industry or even gamers in general right now are literally separating and butting fucking heads, because one side you got people saying, haha, I got the PlayStation 5, haha, asshole, and then you got the other side of people who are like, dude, this is shortage. No shit, I don't have a PlayStation 5. Common fucking sense. And then the other people are like, well, too bad for you, ha ha ha. So this is just my opinions and speculation on it, and a little bit of what truly why people don't have a PlayStation 5. I mean, people already talked about it anyways. And I've talked about it too on my Enlightenment channel and a little bit here too, my main channel. So first off and foremost, for the people that are saying that, haha, I have a PlayStation 5 and you don't, all I have to say is this: karma will get your ass very soon. Okay? Alright? Karma is real. And she is pissed. Okay? So, and the thing is also, people that think that, oh, haha, I have a PlayStation 5 and you don't, be fucking considerate. Alright? Don't you realize that China is flooded? And that's where the PlayStation 5s come, alright? The ports and all that shit. You think America makes the PlayStation 5? We go to other countries to make that system, dude. Are you stupid to think that, oh, look at your t-shirt. Look at everything that's in here. Mostly everything that's in your room is from China or from another region of the country. And it's not from the United States. Okay? Sometimes we get our food from other fucking regions of the fucking country. You mean to tell me, oh, haha, boo-boo? Are you serious? That is how pathetic people are. Right? That's how pathetic people are. Hope you like my shirt. I love it. I also have this shirt also. It's cool. I like that. But moving on. So, yeah, there's a shortage going on at China because it's flooded. You might not know that because you live in America and you just want to listen to the news and whatever the news tells you. Oh, yeah. Oh, what? China's not flooded. The news didn't say that. But if you go on the internet and you do your research, there's tons of floods happening all around the world, including here in America. But they don't want to tell you that. Going back to the PlayStation, though. It is ridiculous that some people think that they can make fun of other people just because they have a PlayStation 5, while people can't get the PlayStation 5, especially people in China, because their whole fucking land is literally gone underwater. So you're going to laugh at the Japanese people that don't have a PlayStation 5? Huh? That's the China people? Shit. Even Japan is getting fucked up too. But no, none of you guys don't want to do your research and all that. At least I got my PlayStation. At least I got my fucking phone. If you have that type of mindset, no wonder this planet is the way it is. And no wonder the planet herself is literally killing off people. Why do you think there's floods? Don't fucking play with me right here, okay? This is dead fucking serious. The planet is fucking alive and she has a fucking conscience and she knows what's going up in the fucking world. She knows what the fuck you do in bed, okay? She knows what you do when you wake up. Yes. She knows what everyone fucking does, okay? Oh, the planet's kind of a fucking pervert. Well, if you live inside of her, guess what? She would know. Because we're the cells of her. Did you know that? Did you know that we're the cells of the planet? Did you know that? Fuck, man. Like, some of the stuff you would know from Final Fantasy VII. And not the fucking remake. Fuck that shit. I deleted it. I didn't even... My friend wanted me to play it. I played like literally not even 5 minutes of it and I shut it off and I deleted it. So there you go. Because he was like, hey, it's free on the PSN and hell, I'll give you it on the PSN and shit, you know? And I'm just like, I don't want it, but he downloaded it with me anyways. And it's funny too, when I downloaded Final Fantasy VII, the original, it took a while. But once I downloaded the remake, Square, or Sony, huh? We're gonna force you to watch this or play this, either you like it or not. Well, I deleted it because it's collecting dust on my PlayStation. Just so you know, Square and Sony, it literally is collecting dust. So that's why I deleted it. So, all right, going back, sorry, for PlayStation 5, I already said it. People don't have it. And if you're making fun of people that don't have it, you know what? Shut the fuck up before you get punched in the fucking goddamn face by your mama. Because your mama was fucking smack you so hard that she'd be like, oh, you telling people that, oh, you can't have this Nintendo system, but you have the Nintendo system? Yeah, making fun there. Mostly all the parents would be like, Nintendo. With all the systems. If you have that parent, I think you deserve a cookie. But, so, when people are literally outraged because Sony hasn't obviously restocked on their system. They haven't made it. Why? Obviously because China's flooded. They can't do anything. They can't make no more systems, guys. You guys want a PlayStation 5 and some people can't find it, and once they get out, the scalpers get it. There's one thing too with the PlayStation 5. Some systems are breaking and some controllers are breaking. There was a console back in the 80s. It was called the Atari 5200, I believe. The system failed for one reason only. The controller. That is why the controller failed, and the Atari 2600 moved on and lived on right into the 2000s, man. A console that came out in the 70s lasted all the way to the 80s, 90s, and a little bit of 2000? How many consoles can say that? Not a lot of consoles. And the fact that console can say that, I look at that console and I'm like, you deserve to be the greatest console of all time. Alright? No ifs, ands, or buts. Alright? No, it doesn't matter how the graphics look. The game is great. The story is awesome. Most people might be like, the Atari didn't really have story. Well, yeah, you had to read the manual. But still, it had a story. And the gameplay was good. It depends what game, obviously. But still, it was good. And mostly all the Atari games were arcade, yes. But still, when you got a game that was complete, you felt accomplished. It was something new. Now, if there was like a game that came out now that had Atari graphics, people would just be like, oh, it looks like shit. Or if we get like a Final Fantasy game that's not high res, like Final Fantasy 7. Like, for example, World of Final Fantasy. Love that game. Love the way the art style looks. But people are going to be like, oh, I hate that chibi look. Really? You hate that chibi look? While Square is at the same time complaining, saying that, oh, these high-end graphics, we can't make an open world. That's another story for another day. But this goes with Square because at the end of the day, what's happening, what Sony's doing. The exclusive thing that Square's doing with the whole Yuffie thing, that's bullshit in my opinion. Bullshit. You mean to tell me that Insomniac can do that with Miles Morales for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, but you can't do it for Yuffie? There's no excuses for you guys. There's no excuses for anyone to point that out. There's no excuses, motherfuckers. There isn't. There's no excuse. Stop making excuses for companies that don't deserve to have excuses. Because at the end of the day, these companies are fucking disgusting and rather have you dead on a noose. Right? But you will want that, right? Yes, Sony. Yes, PlayStation. Yes, I'm such a Sony fanboy that I want Sony to literally come to my house and hang me in the noose and then cut my organs and use them for the PlayStation. And don't tell me they don't do that shit. They do that to our people. Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know that they do that to Hispanic people and black people? Because they don't want to tell you who we actually really are. We didn't came from chimpanzees, just so you know. Just so you know. Only white people did. Just so you know. We have a totally different origins than white people. This is what these companies know. Okay? How? They don't know that. Yes, they do. Why do you think they get video game designers to make their games and all of a sudden their games become skyrocketed? Not all of them, obviously, but some of them might get a cult fan base and all that. But the ones that make a lot of money, it's for a reason. It resonates with us. That's why people love what we see on the PlayStation, man. For example, like Dragon Quest XI, Final Fantasy VII, the original. You know? Sony has a big problem. Sony has that type of mindset of, I mean, Sony has always been a corrupt company since day one, okay? They're an electronic company, guys. They've been like this since day one, okay? For crying out loud, their music industry is literally ruled by Luciferian fucking people that deserve to go to jail or get noosed because they eat babies and they freaking do sex trafficking. You support that shit? Then if you support that shit, then come to my house and we can fucking settle it. All right? Seriously, man. But I'm sorry. I know I'm getting on a tangent and most of this talks about the PlayStation 5, but this goes around the PlayStation 5. Why? Because everything that is surrounded what I just talked about is literally affecting the PlayStation. Yes, okay? The shit that I told you about fucking China and shit, yes, that's affecting the PlayStation. Anything that's affecting with the companies, everything affects with the PlayStation. Because that's what I see and that's what I fucking do research and shit and find out about all these companies and all these developers and shit. But apparently all you guys want to play fucking goddamn video games all the time. And be like, oh, I have an Xbox. Oh, I have a PlayStation. Fuck you if you don't have it. You're not a true gamer. Is that the state that we're in now, right? You rather criticize to people that don't have a PlayStation or any type of system and tell them, if you don't have this system, you're dumb. You're a freak. You're a dumbass. I can understand, being like jokey and all that, because, I kind of joke like that too sometimes. I always like to say this. Back in the 90s, if you didn't play video games, watch wrestling, or be a kid in the 90s, then you failed. You failed. Basically, you didn't have a childhood, But with shit like this, it's like, dude, I don't have the money. That's like literally saying, oh, you don't have the money to pay rent? Well, you should never got the house to begin with. It's like they skyrocketed my rent. Well, then too fucking bad. Pay up. Oh, but it's okay if someone else goes through that hell. But if you go through that hell, you want people to pat you on the back and be like, oh, I'm sorry, boo-boo. What if you were in the same situation that you didn't have a PS5? There's some people that do have a PS5 and still upset that what Sony is doing with the whole Final Fantasy stuff, with Final Fantasy VII Remake, with the Yuffie stuff and everything like that, and also with the shortage of the PlayStation. Sony knows this. Sony knows that there's a shortage of the PlayStation and they can't make more PlayStations. So what they do? Rank shit up and up and up and up and up. I understand you have to, supply and demand and all that, but when you're not selling those products because you put it in a high rank, in a high fucking price, guess what? You need to put the price down, you dumbass. Even scalpers should know fucking this shit, but they're not. But hey, they won't be called scalpers if they didn't do that, right? They'd be called literally generous fucking people that will actually know how money system works. Okay? And apparently Sony and people like Square Enix don't know that shit. They rather milk or they rather fuck over the people. Because, we're going to buy it at the end of the day, right? This is why I'm not buying a PlayStation 5. I'm saying that right now. I'm not buying a PlayStation 5. I'm not. I think my last PlayStation will be the PlayStation 4. I'm planning to get the Switch. And I'm upset with Nintendo with their business policies, but I still want to get that Switch. Because Nintendo makes good games, but their business policy is shit. But it's not like Sony or Square. Sometimes they make good games. Other times, 95% of the time, it's all shit. So, look. You guys some people just need to be considerate of knowing why there's not enough PlayStations around. Yes, it's mostly the scalpers, but it's mostly because there's there's no material to make the PlayStation, guys. You make a PlayStation 5 then. Go around the world and get the materials. Oh, wait, you can't. Because we're in lockdown, you dumb fuck. Do you realize what world we live in right now? America right now is trying to become a third world country. Don't say it's not. Fuck you if you don't think it is. All right? Let me tell you this if you don't know this. What's happening in China? What's all flooded and shit? Guess what? Where are those people going to go? Where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? To America. And then all the food is going to go to them, and then they can go back. And then when they go back to their country, we have nothing. We have nothing. You know that's going to happen, right? You do realize that's going to happen, right? Don't kill the messenger. I'm more enlightened than you are. I'm sorry. If you haven't done your research or meditated. What do you want me to tell you? This whole thing affects all of us. Including, obviously, the PlayStation 5, guys. So don't tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, he's just jibber-jabbing. No, I know what the fuck I'm talking about because it still connects to what the fuck I'm talking about. The PlayStation 5. And the PlayStation 5 is non-existent. And to me, the system has failed. Okay? Look, most people might be like, hey, when this is all over the lockdown, maybe we can go back to normal. Okay. Do you really think we're going to go back to normal? When the government doesn't want to reopen nothing. When you have a shortage of products, food also, and water, you mean to tell me you want to get a PlayStation 5? And go back to normal? This is why there's floods. This is why there's fucking volcanoes everywhere. Because of shit like, because of our fucking mindset, man. Do you really, look, in a spiritual enlightenment way, same thing with the PlayStation. Did you know the PlayStation can actually benefit us spiritually and mentally? But it's not built for that. Do you know that? You know all these video game systems could be built for something beneficial? Do you know that? Do you know that? But you don't. You don't. Because you don't do your research and you don't know what these companies really truly are. You do realize they make these video game products so you can be distracted. You know that, right? And look, if you play these video games and you feel like a kid again, that's fine. That's what you're supposed to feel that way, dude. Some video game designers and companies want you to feel that way, while other ones don't want you to feel that way. They want you to feel frustrated and be pissed off because that is the energy they take in. That's the only way they can live. Okay? It's almost like there's a person that wants to do good, and then there's a bully that just wants to see people miserable because they feel good. They're a vampire, a succubus. And this is what we in now? Like, going back to what I said, oh, if you don't have a PlayStation 5, you know? It's just sad, man. It's just really sad. Let me lower this down because I'm about to hit some classes right now and shit, so tell me what you guys think down below. I know I've in a way ranted a little bit and went technically overboard, but if you know what I'm talking about and you've done your research, then you know what the fuck I'm literally spurring out and talking. I'm literally speaking from the heart. Because when I see this thing that's happening around the world and what's happening to, you know, my fellow gamers and everything like that, I just get disappointed. It makes me not want to be a gamer. And it goes back to them want to cancel culture because they hate culture. They hate everything that is about culture. So why do you think they're doing what they did to Star Wars? It's just an example. So, and they're doing it to all games. If you haven't noticed it, they're doing it in a different way instead of just what they did to Star Wars. So, tell me what you guys think down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me that, hey, let me know. Because the whole shortage stuff with the PlayStation 5 is true. Don't tell me that shit it's not true, man. Because that shit is real. It's 100% real. Don't tell me it's not a lie. If you tell me it's a lie in the comment section, I'm just going to flat out delete you. Because you don't know what the fuck's going on. You're ignorant. You're ignorant. And I don't deal with ignorant people on my channel. Right? You could be ignorant with some things that are like, hey, I might not know this. You know, and sometimes we don't know a lot of things, and that's fine. But if you're going to be a dick about it and be like, oh, no, I don't want to know that because it ruins your belief or ruins your structure of the reality, then fuck off. Fuck off. All right? Fuck off. Because Sony doesn't care about you, and they definitely don't care about their customers because the whole thing with Yuffie stuff with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, why are they cutting half of their fan base in a way? Most people are like, why should you not care? You didn't play the Final Fantasy VII Remake. You're right. I shouldn't give a fuck. But at the same time, the people that did enjoy it, like my friend is enjoying it, how is he going to play the Yuffie stuff if Square cut it off and it's only for the PlayStation 5? And guess what? There's barely any PlayStation 5s because they're not being made. So you telling me, is the system going to fail or not?